Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Simone Talks. Today, for the spotlight, we have the one and only. I tell you, there is only one like this person here today. His name is Reverend Bishop Vance Oldes. He's a pastor at Liberty House out there in Landover, Maryland, off of Pensy Way. And he has just blown up TikTok and just totally took it over and just crushed TikTok. And it's just amazing. And we're going to talk all about that. Hello. He's been my friend for many years. And my brother, he called me his sister years ago. We won't say how many years because I'm still 22. Okay, all right. 22 plus, but that's not the point. We've been friends for a very long time. And so I wanted you to come on today because I wanted to just say, wow. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well today. It's been a sort of a rest day. Yesterday was quite tedious. Of course, launching my new single. So it was a lot of interviews, a lot of punching in and punching out. But today it's more calm today. The anxiety is gone. So I'm grateful. I'm doing good today.
No skate. Let me tell you, this guy can skate like no other. And I remember years ago, we talked about your skating, and you've been skating for how long?
I've been skating now for 46 years. I started,
When you were two? I mean, who does that? Who puts children in there?
well, I started at 10 years old, of
Oh,
course.
wow.
And so I'll be 57 this year. And so it's been 47 years since I've been.
Wow. And that's just something that just stuck with you all this time.
Of
You've
course.
always been a skater, or
Yeah, well, of course, when you start skating and you learn how to skate, and as your life grow, other things invade your life. And so,
Mhm,
what you never forget, it's like riding a bike.
mhm,
Once you learn how to put the skates on and stand up on them, you don't have to
mhm,
never relearn. You just got to develop your stamina again, strengthen your legs and your ankles so that you can do the moves you used to do. But off
mhm,
and on, I skated and did other things and came back to skating, and
mhm.
that's how it was.
And so were you a part of skate crews in the roller rinks and things like that?
Of course, all of that, especially when I was younger, the skate culture was literally a clean club, actually.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
all of us when we were younger were in skate clubs and we did competitions and and it was all for the hollers of the women, to
Mm.
be honest with you.
Oh, look how good they can skate. Hey.
That was the reward. So we would fall and ankles and bones and get back up so we can look good for the girls. And
Oh,
so
wow.
that was the motive. That was the energy behind it. I gotta honestly say, but so thank
Yeah.
God
Yeah, well, you got your girl now, your main squeeze.
I got the real one.
You got the real deal, yes, and she is a beautiful young lady. I honor her today, and just to acknowledge her, because when the pastor has a wife, they are one. So we acknowledge you at your pastor, your wife pastor. So we honor her today as well. And leading into that, you are a pastor of a church, Liberty House, and tell us about how, because I remember when you moved on and you told me you caused I'm starting my own church. I'm like, yes, I'm very excited, very proud of you. How many years has Liberty House been in existence now?
Well, we been in existence for 16 years, and
Right.
yes, I'm an official pastor. A trained pastor,
Yep.
not a 190-day wonder. I've
Yep.
been through training, and let me just pause. Can I just pause and be honest? I just want to thank you again and your daddy and your mama and for giving me opportunities before I even became a pastor
Yeah.
to stand in their pulpit and to practice on the people that he served. And I'm so grateful for that. I never forget those opportunities that have been given to me. So I just wanted to pause and let you know that I love you and thank you. You're my sister. There's some
That's right.
things we'll talk about later, but you my sister
Sister
from way
forever.
back. Yeah. And so I am official pastor. We are located in Landover, Maryland, Pensy Drive, 20785. And so, yeah, we've been in existence for 16 years. We are a deliverance ministry. We care about the community. We try to feel the pulse of the community. And of course, we preach the gospel to every creature. And so God has literally expanded the ministry, especially during the pandemic, while
Yeah.
everybody in these uncertain times. God has built a platform to touch lives all over the world. And it's
Yeah. And let me tell you, if you have not heard him preach, he will preach you under the pew. You'll find yourself crawling out from under the pew, sitting back in the pew, and then he'll knock you back down with the you're crying, climbing back up. I never forget when you came to Rehoboth, where my dad was a pastor, and that saying that you gave, the quote that you gave, yesterday is history, tomorrow a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. That was the first time I heard that, and I was like, whoa, he is deep.
I remember that.
I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, tell us where to, again, give the church address and your service times and everything.
Of course, 3135 Penn Drive. That is Landover, Maryland, 20785. Service starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time every Sunday, and we do a midweek service every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We've been doing it for 16 years straight, nonstop, and God has been truly blessing our ministry.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's do this, because there's some other things I want to get to. Let's take a brief break to get a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back with more Simone Talk Spotlight.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Clanton Communication, hot news.
What's your story? Everyone has one, and experts say that most have a book buried inside of them just waiting to be released. But oftentimes we doubt ourselves to death, falsely believing that we don't have what it takes. Well, don't believe it. Clanton Communications' mission is to help your dream of becoming an author come true. Whether it's an anthology project, or write your own individual book, a memoir, a devotional, a book of poems, or even a children's book, Clanton Communications has the experience and expertise to get your story from your thoughts to a book for all to enjoy. The world is waiting. Go to ClantonCommunicationsLLC.com or call us at 202-669-6048. ClantonCommunicationsLLC.com. That's 202-669-6048. Call today.
Welcome back to Simone Talk Spotlight. Today we are spotlighting Bishop Vance Oldes, pastor of the Liberty House Ministries in Landover, Maryland. And we want to talk about now who you have really blown up TikTok. You have destroyed TikTok. You're skating. You do these videos with skating, and you do these dances with your wife. It is just so entertaining. And tell us about how they, just out of a hobby, tell us about how now you are Mr. TikTok.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it started in the midst of the pandemic. Of course, we all in the world was shut down. Mm-hmm. And we were in the house bored in the house board. Actually, that's a TikTok. Bored in the house. And so I discovered the TikTok app. And so I got an app, and I began to, of course, I'm very, very well versed in media. And so I've been doing it a long time. So it wasn't hard for me to kind of learn the app. Mm-hmm. And so I picked up the app and began to download I believe my first TikTok was a impersonation. It was a lip sync with a young kid that everybody was doing, and he was talking about his clothes. And so I lip sync him. And everybody was trending that. And so I went in the house, and I love to dress. I love to dress.
Yes, you do. Yes.
I put on something real smooth, and it was like it's that spleck. It's that sweat. That's what they were talking about. And so I put on the suit and I came on there, I did this thing, I uploaded. Then I noticed that the views were way different than I'm usually receiving from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I was like, this is credible. This is reaching big. And so I continue to do certain things, and then I noticed how the impact was going. So I would flip around, I would preach, I would skate, I would dance, I would do a joke, I would dress, I would do something with my wife, and all of a sudden this platform opened up. And then we were skating. Of course, we didn't go back to the skating ring, my wife and I, because we were in the pandemic. We didn't want to be around anybody, and some skating rings were shut down. So we were trying to find places we could skate outside. We were trying to find any smooth road we can. We went to tennis courts, we went to basketball courts, we went everywhere, right? Skating outside. Of course, we went down Anacostia Park. But my wife had this grand idea that she wanted to go to the beach. I'm like, I don't want to go to no beach on a pandemic. I just, I'm like, no, we're not going to the beach. So I finally succumbed to her wishes.
Of course.
We went to Rehoboth Beach. Glory to God. Isn't that ironic? We went to Rehoboth Beach.
Right.
And let's take the skates, because we wanted to skate on the boardwalk. Because we were doing TikToks anyway. We was going to do a TikTok on the boardwalk. That was it. We bought our skates. We had some matching sweatsuits.
Yeah.
And so that morning on the way to the beach, she just wanted to go to the beach. She loves the beach. So on the way to the beach, she saw this beautiful lake. And she said, babe, can we take a picture there on the way back? I was like, sure, no problem. So we took a picture. We went to the lake, We went to the lake and got out. And I noticed in this by this lake was this beautiful jet black road. And the yellow stripes in the middle of the road looked like it was just pinned.
Oh, wow.
I was like, baby, I got to skate on this road, right? And so she said, okay, cool. So we get out our skates, she get out her camera, and I had to find something I could skate to. And I just found a Mary J. Blige song. I didn't even know the song. I'm perfectly being honest. I didn't even know the song. I just knew the tempo. It was my style of tempo. So I put her music in my earphones, and I skated on that road.
Wow.
Went back to the hotel, I downloaded it, I edited it, and I put it into TikTok. And the next morning, I got calls that it was all over the world. So it was literally organic. And after that, it was just history. Anything that I did, because it went viral, it opened up a platform to encourage people all over the world with anything that I did. So I used that as a platform to carry God's name.
Nice.
It was organic. I didn't plan on. I'm not a social stream guru. I didn't know all the algorithm. I didn't know when to post, how to post, how long to post.
Right.
I just did what I normally do, and God caught it, and then people moved it, and here we are.
Yeah. Let's take a look at one of your TikTok skating videos.
Okay.
Girl, words can't express the way I feel for you. You step and slow wine and slow wine. That's right. Slow wine. Wanna watch you step and slow wine and slow wine. That's right. Slow wine. Wanna watch you step all on the side of me. I'm loving the way you're moving, the way you're turning your body. It's making it feel like a movie. Slow down. All I need is you to be mine now. Whoa.
Man, you are smooth, and your wife is smooth too. Has she always been a skater also?
She has. I literally met my wife at the skating rink.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I met
You
her.
all are skatebirds.
Yes.
Not lovebirds, skatebirds too.
It was
Nice.
magic. It was magic.
Oh, well, yeah. So you're just, how has it been for you since? What is the change, the difference now? I know because you blew up on TikTok. Now all of these grand opportunities are coming to you. It's just, your life is just not the same.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, at first I didn't embrace it well, because of course, I'm just a regular guy, and so.
No, you're not.
Well, okay.
You have God, you have some, because I know you. I know you. I don't know you 100%, but I know I've been around you long enough. You have some talents and skills that are different. So yeah, it's not, you're not just a regular guy. There's, you have some extra blessings on you. Yeah.
I received that. Thank God for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, you made me forget the daggone question. You know I'm getting old.
I was asking you about
Well,
how your life changed since TikTok has blown up so much.
it was a good alarming,
Mm-hmm.
if I can use that term.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really grab it. I kind of shunned the word famous at first. I had to look the word up because people were calling me and just saying, man, you famous. And I kind of shunned the word at first because I really did. I thought it was too self-aggrandizing. I thought it was a narcissistic word and I didn't want to receive it at first. And I literally looked the word up and it just meant known everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to receive that. I had to receive that I became famous because I'm known everywhere for skating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really mind blowing. It's humbling because I was at the airport. My wife and I, we were coming back from Texas, I believe it was, and we were just sitting in the airport, and a young girl came to me and asked me for my autograph. I didn't know what to do. I was like, my wife like, sign the daggone paper, man. And I didn't even know that I needed to write a note to her. And so because it's so brand new to me, and so I think it's important. It's nice to be important, but I think it's more important to be nice. And so that's the approach I take. I want to stay humble, meek, and lovable, and touchable, and nice and pleasant to people, no matter where God takes me. My approach to all of this new found fame is that I want to remain humble and approachable and pleasant and nice and touchable to people. I don't want to ever forget where I come from. I just want to be able to touch people's lives and in such a way that they won't just embrace me, but they embrace the God in me. And that's very authentic. That's coming from a place of legitimacy that, I'm still humble. I'm still grounded. I know the same grace that brought me up can bring me down.
Yeah.
And so that's the approach I take with all of this newfound fame or being popular, because it's tough being popular. Everybody want the light, but sometimes the heat is absolutely horrible.
Yes,
so,
it is.
You know,
It is definitely something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But through it all, I'm excited about it. I'm grateful that God will use me and give me a door open. And so I turned the door to a platform that I can carry his name wherever I go. That's the aim. I made a promise to God 28 years ago in a jail cell from crack cocaine that if you free me from these drugs and this jail sentence, I'll tell the world. And so that's my vow. That's why I do what I do. It's to God. So wherever I go, that's the secret sauce for any successful person.
Yes.
Carry God wherever you go. Yes. That's my secret sauce. I'm giving that to y'all for free.
We appreciate that too. The secret sauce is carry God wherever you go. Absolutely. And so what is the farthest someone has contacted where they live? What's the farthest location that the video has reached that you know of?
Oh man. Some of my live streams, man, they be as far as South America, Alaska. It's crazy. I do a mass Zoom every first Thursday of the month with the physical church here in Landover and all of the church members all over the world that have connected with us throughout the pandemic.
Isn't that something?
Yes, and a lady was on there from UK, and she was like, "I just love you and your wife." Her name is Nicola from UK. She jumped on. She was like, "Listen, I follow you every week." And she said, "I want to hear your words so much doing my job. I go into the bathroom stall so I can hear your voice."
Isn't that awesome?
I literally started weeping on the entire broadcast in front of all those people. I couldn't even contain myself. I couldn't finish my words because she blessed me so much. Because there are people that will follow you and love you all the way from UK, but there's people right here in Northeast won't even come to see you.
or support you.
Right. And that was that
Yeah.
was a blessing. That was a blessing. It
Yeah.
encouraged me.
Yeah. So let's talk about your clothing. I see. This is what I mean when you say you're not just regular guy. I'm just a regular guy. No, regular guys don't create clothing lines and skate so well and preach you under the pews and are able to reach so many people. Yeah. So your clothing line. Tell me about, because I remember when you used to do the men's pins.
Yes.
When you started with the men's pins,
Yes.
and they were no good for me because I'm not a man. So, but I did share, I did share with a few folk, and some people did get some of the men's pins.
Yes.
And how is that? Now you have hats. I see shirts. I see what's going on with that.
Well, of course, yeah. The birth child of it was in 2013, and I was literally hand making when the boutonnieres first came out. People wasn't even wearing them, and I started hand making them out of raw material. I would go to the fabric store and buy the material: silk, cotton, linen, velvet, and I would make them by hand. I would buy my pins and I was selling them, and they went very well. Then I started making sets with the tie, the boutonniere, and the pocket square. And so it started out with that, with a couple suits and shirts and stuff. And so I laid it down for a while, because I'm gonna be honest, why I laid it down. It's because I would make exclusive boutonnieres, not from any other stores. When you got 10 of the same, I would make an exclusive boutonniere. It would take me 45 minutes to an hour, and people want to give you $10. So I mean, from velvet and silk, I'll be cutting the petals, I'll be putting spray and glue and putting it all together to have this exclusive masterpiece, only one in the world that I made, right, by my hand, not from China, not from Korea, right, from my hands, and they only want to give you $20 for it. So I was like, my time in and of itself is more than $20 an hour.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that for a while, and I have a whole bin of boutonnieres that I was just giving away, that I spent time with. And so during the pandemic, the last couple months, the Lord kept pushing me to get back into my brand. And so I never sold sports gear. I always sold dress suits for men, shirts, ties, pocket squares, suits, socks, that sort of thing. And so I never sold urban wear. So now I have an Vance Oldes sports, and I'm selling women clothes now. So, because I've noticed on social media, the women kept asking, "Do you got anything for me? Do you got anything for me?
You have anything for me?"
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We got some new stuff on order, some custom stuff is on
order. Oh my goodness. Yes, we will have to talk. And this is, look, even though I've known Bishop Oldes for a long time, there's some things I am just learning, and that, women, oh yes, I am definitely going to sport one of my friends' outfits. Absolutely. Just look for it, okay, real soon. I'm so excited for you. And this is what you have on now, your hat?
Yes. I had on a hat. It's probably backwards because of the screen.
Oh yeah. And what are the letters?
ADV. Advanced. My name of our company is Advanced Collection. In other words, it really means add Vance to your collection. See,
add Vance. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's not normal.
Right.
That's brilliant.
You just said something, because that's part of the slogan too. From normal to advanced.
See,
because my stuff was high end. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't just anything, and I didn't want to market it like that. And so it was from normal to advanced, and it's also add advanced to your collection. And so that is brilliant.
That is brilliant. This has been so juicy. I'm gonna take one more break. I know we this is beyond spotlight, but I want to take one more break, and we'll be right back. We're gonna talk about your music.
Are you financially burnt out and don't know how to get back on track? Well, I have the answer for you. Integrity Financial Solutions, a financial service and education company here to serve you. We help you create a plan that will get you to the next level in your financial journey. Don't stress yourself out. Our products include retirement planning, college planning, life insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance, IRA rollovers, money management, and more. Check us out at managegodsmoney.com. Then call and make your appointment at 410-312-5596. That's 410-312-5596.
At Integrity Financial, our mission is to help our clients get to the next level financially. We believe a changed mindset minus old habits equals permanent results. Call and schedule your appointment today.
Integrity Financial Solutions, the answer to all of your financial needs.
I've come too far, to turn back now, because it's giving me
Welcome back to Simone Talk Spotlight. We are speaking with Bishop Vance Oldes, who has just blown up. It seems like to some people overnight, but this was just in the making. God was putting him in positions to where he needed to be, and boom, here we are. He has a clothing line. He has new TikToks that he has just blown TikTok up. He's the pastor of a church and just reaching out to everybody across the country. And now he has a new single out, and it is called Power. Bishop, I remember sitting down at the piano at work because we work together. I remember sitting down at the piano and we made up songs at the piano. You remember that?
Absolutely.
You would play and we would just make up some words to the music, and it was so much fun. I'm like, hey, I can have a career in singing. And then the Lord said, no, daughter, that's not your lane. So
Hey, do you remember one day we were at church and we had a funeral and they didn't have a singer? And they was like, where's Tanja? Where's Tanja? Where's Tanja? She will have to sing for this funeral. And so I'm running around trying to find you. And
yes.
I remember you had a dress and it had a little split up the side. And we would give you a little safety pin to close that thing up. We made that thing happen. It was so funny. Oh my God. It was so funny. We pinned that little dress up and she went and killed that funeral.
Oh my gosh. I was so nervous. I have never been so nervous. I'm like, okay, I am here working my job and I need to go into a funeral and sing. And it was a child. It was a child's service. And I was like, whoa, it was really emotional for me. I think I started off in the wrong key first. So I had to find the right key and everything. It was a day. But yeah, those are the kind of things that your brother does for you. Hey, that split, let's get some safety pins. I never wore that dress there again. But that's true love. That's true brother. That's a true brother who'll tell you the truth. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much, my brother. But you have a new song out. It's called Power. And I know this is something that's been boiling in you for a long time. And now it has come to fruition. Tell us about that.
Every time I think about it, I kind of well up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's bigger than a song, it's bigger than a feature. It's a dream that have finally come to fruition. So when something you dream about doing as a child comes to reality, sometimes you run out of vernacular to articulate. In other words, I don't have sometimes words to express the overwhelming joy in my heart that God allowed me to live long enough to see what he deposited in me as a child. Yeah. So many years I played in the city of DC for several groups. I was playing drums and keyboards at 13, 14 years old for quartet groups in the city and singing behind quartet groups and my family group. And I always wanted to come out front. But it was as if I was always pushed to the back. I don't know if anybody can identify with that, but it's just honest. I always knew that I was supposed to be somewhere up front doing something, and musically, but I really never got the opportunity like I saw as a child. And so I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and so it finally hit surface, and then I contacted persons to get it done, and here we are. I mean, it's in the earth, it's in the system in the earth. It's been a blessing, and I don't know. I often let me just share this. I often say, with this song, it's like when David was fighting against the giant Goliath. He had a slingshot and some smooth stones. And I was wondering how in the world that would knock out a giant, that the giant's sword was bigger than David. And I imagine David rearing back and twirling that slingshot with them stones, and he threw it. I believe I caught it in midair. And took it the rest of the way. So that's what the song is. I'm throwing it out in midair, and I'm asking God to catch it in midair and take it the rest of the way. And so if anyone got a dream, if anyone got a vision or anything that they destined to do, throw it in midair, and God can catch it.
Yes.
Midair and conquer whatever it is that's trying to conquer you. And so I'm amazed. I'm in awe. I'm excited. Featuring Fred Hammond on my first single, which is absolutely amazing, unheard of. And so it's mind blowing, and it's incredible. What can I say? I mean, it's been a long time waiting, and people have been calling and texting and emailing, and it's just overwhelming. And if I continue, I start crying, so I'm gonna stop.
Oh no, this is juicy. No, I'm not gonna do that. And so you mentioned Fred Hammond is on this this project. Who else's work? Who else are you? Because you wrote and you produced it, right?
Yeah, no, David Lindsay produced it, the song, and I went to Cliff Jones and the Seven Sons of Soul. I went to him and was like, man, because I've been on Cliff for over 40 years.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff. Yeah.
But something led me to go to call Cliff. I was like, Cliff, okay, man, I'm ready. I need a song, right? And I've been saying this to him for years, and he'd be like, come on, man, let's do it. And we never did it. At the time, I was very intentional about putting something in the earth, because I do believe whatever God opens up a door, you need to turn the door to a platform.
Yeah.
Like Bishop Jason told me that a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
And so I went to Cliff, and I was like, man, I need a song. Give me some songs. Let me hear some songs. And so I listened to some instrumentals, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. But when he played this particular instrumental, at the time, it fit where I was musically, not words, not lyrics, just the beat, because I was dancing on TikTok. I was doing all the dances, and it kind of fit that trend I was doing. I said, I can dance to this. I can, because that's where it was moving. And so I said, that's it right there. And then he let me hear the words. And then once I heard the words, I said, this song labels define my life power. From being on crack, skating on crack, selling crack, and then now from carrying crack, carrying Christ in the gospel, you ought to see power of transformation in that. And I've been able to overcome the enemy of drug addiction and that lifestyle. And so people should be able to feel the hope that they can recover from anything. So it met my life. I can really sing it with conviction because I lived it. And so I took the song, and then we shared some things with the song. And then one day I was talking to Fred on the phone, because Fred and I built a relationship during the pandemic. I skated to one of his songs while he was struggling with COVID. I sent it with encouragement.
You never know. You just never know who you'll reach.
And so I skated to one of his old jams and said, I'm encouraging you. Of course, he'd been watching me anyway, dancing. He hit me on IG one day, said, man, I appreciate your energy. You changed the game. It's refreshing, da-da-da-da-da. And so when I wrote my book, when I launched my book, December 2020, I had him interview me on my book. So we had built this relationship. And so we were on the phone like regular. We were just talking. We were talking about his album he just put out, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, man, I'm about to put a song out, right? He was like, you play and sing? I said, yeah, I've been doing it for years. I just ain't been, like that. He said, I didn't know you played and sing. I said, yeah. He said, let me hear the song. And so, of course, I had the song on my laptop and I had them on speakerphone. I let them hear the
You best
song.
believe you had it ready available. Yes. Oh, yes, I have it right now.
Oh, yeah, let me hear this. Let me hear the song. I said, "Oh, I had the song on," and he was like, "Let me get on it." I was like, "What? Let you get on it? Man, you serious?" Before the pandemic, I've been a fan for 25 years. Now you want to get on the
Right.
song?
Just,
Stop playing with me, Fred. Stop
just
playing with
like
me. I was
that,
like,
right?
"This is not the time to play with me right now, Fred." And so he was like, "No, I'm serious. Man, I want to get on it." Like, I said, "Okay, let me go call Cliff." I know Cliff and Fred had a
Right,
relationship.
right, right,
So
right.
like, yeah, Fred want to get on the song. He asked me to get on the song. And I said, and he said that. And so I called Fred, long, short. Fred got on the song and it's
Wow.
released yesterday.
Wow. Well, tell Fred I said hi. I sang behind him in a production at Evangel Cathedral. I purposely got up there on, I'm just a jam, and I'm like, take the picture, take the picture. So we're good friends. Okay, we're not. He doesn't know who I am. But the point is,
He's a great, he's a legend. He's
he
a
is. He is. He was really great to work with.
phenomenal mentor. He knows the business. He
Yeah.
follows the trends. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm just,
Yeah.
humbled by it. And I'm thankful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell us where we can hear this song, find your book, because we didn't even touch on your book. You do have a book out. Find where we can order, get your clothing line, and of course, definitely give your TikTok name so that more people who haven't, if they haven't had a chance to see them, that they can check them out also. And the church address. How can we find you? That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Think about that. Yes, that's a lot.
Well, all social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can find all of my handles with Bishop Oldes. Facebook, actually, I have two Facebook pages. I have a digital creator page, that's Vance Oldes, and I have a public figure page, which I stream all of my services, church services, on Bishop Vance Oldes page.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get the song on all digital outlets. It's over 30. I can't begin to name them. You
Okay.
got Amazon, you got Tidal, you got Google Play, you got iTunes, it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I would really strongly suggest that you will go and purchase a song for me, because you can stream it. But I want you to purchase the song. It's only $129 because we want to take it to the top. So I need everybody to go to places where you can stream it. Purchase it. Amazon, just look up Bishop Oldes Power. It will come up. And the book will come up in the same listing, to be honest, on Amazon.
Nice.
But if you want to sign it, I'm still signing copies a year later.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to my website, vanceoldes.org, and then you can purchase a signed copy. It'll go to my registry. I sign it, I package it, and I ship it myself. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to do this. I had to do 100 books the other day. I was like, I need to pay somebody. So I might cut
What a blessing.
sign copies off until I go out, because I look at my registry and be like, oh man, it's 30 books, and I got to go sign these books.
That's right.
So.
That's right. But God's going to give you strong hands.
If you go to any of the social media streams like TikTok or Instagram, you can go into the link in my bio, and there's a link tree, and it will show you with everything I do. Everything, the book, the clothes, the clothing, everything is on that link tree. Everything.
Okay.
The song, the ministry, the handles, the cash apps, everything you need is on the link tree on every platform. Just go into the bio or the about page on Facebook, and you should be able to contact me. And I pray when you peruse through any of it, that God will bless you and encourage you.
I'm sure it will. I am sure it will, as it has already, and it has continued to do so. Vance, thank you so much. I'm sorry, Bishop Oldes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out to talk with me today. You just know. And by the way, he's the one that got me hooked on fried pickles. I'm telling you, we have history here. But he is my brother forever. I thank you so much for taking the time out. God bless you in everything that you're doing. I'm always here. I always have your back. I'm just a phone call away. I don't know what I can do, or just know that I would. And like I said, I'm just a phone call away. I elevate you. I continue to pray God's blessings upon you as he continues to lead and guide you in everything that you do, because everything that you're working, this is just your season.
Yeah.
It's just your season, and it's an extended season because you've just been, flowing for a long time. So, and I'm grateful just to know you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. If you would like to be a sponsor on the Simone Talk Show, or even sponsor a spotlight, or if you have a spotlight idea or a show idea, please reach out to me at www.simonewalker.com or simonewalker.com. Send me an email at simonewalker03@gmail.com, and I will get right back with you. Looking forward to the next spotlight. Till then, bye.